Manchester United, they were well beaten. What I just said there, Darren, I mean, Man City are really good.
Yeah.
It's almost like people have forgotten that, so shouldn't that be factored into this?
Absolutely, it should, yeah. And look, however poor Manchester United were, did anyone expect any different? We had Alex Crook, like I said, on us with Darren Bent's boot room yesterday, and before the game, he said it's going to be 4-0. Darren Bent said 6-0. No, I was thinking along the similar lines.
So it was a
4
moral
or
victory
5
for United by their standards.
Exactly,
yeah.
So no one expected anything different. So to say that it was all Manchester United's fault, I think it's putting a bit of disrespect onto Manchester City, who were absolutely phenomenal. In second half, they were outstanding, and I don't think the players gave up. I've heard obviously Roy Keane, and I've heard other pundits saying this. I don't think they did. I just think they could not get anywhere near them, and it was really frustrating them.
Well, let's get your views on it. 03717 223344. And I think this is really important because that's quite an accusation. To say a professional footballer from Manchester United in a derby game in the Premier League has given up during the game, it's a massive accusation. You are questioning their professionalism. And I can understand if a team's not particularly functioning properly, not playing well, certain players might not be playing well, nobody plays well every single game, then that's fine. You can say that and you can have that opinion. But to say they gave up... Okay, so one of the examples that was given was for the goal from the corner where Mahrez hits it. On the volley edge of the box. Nobody ran out to him quick enough. So they'd given up trying to close down, is fundamentally what they're saying. So that's how they would defend using the phrase, the United players gave up. So can you see where they're coming from that point of view?
Not in terms of that goal, I can't, no, because no one expects you to hit it on a half volley and get it on target. Okay, it's taken a slight deflection. Deflection or not, that was going in. I think you're shutting down as quick as you can. The ball moves faster than you can run. So they're squeezing up. If he took a touch, someone would have been there. McTominay, Fred, whoever it may have been, would have been there and shut him down. The fact he's taking it first time on the half volley made it look awful that he was on his own. The question mark is he shouldn't have been on his own in the first place, not the actual shutting down. We see the reaction from Scott McTominay in his interview when he was accused of giving up or was told of his accusations of giving up. And he looked distraught, and I think out of most of the Manchester United players, he does give his all always. I agree with you. For me, I played the game for a long time, for just over 400 games. I never ever gave up. I don't know anyone in my team that ever gave up when they're playing. Sometimes you're just not good enough, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the whole of Manchester United team, before even that game even started, we was looking at the teams, and for us here on Sunday, no one would put any one of Manchester United players in the Manchester City side. That's how much better they were. Weren't about giving up, weren't about not trying. They were just not as good as them.
Well, I think that, it is a huge accusation. If anybody can defend that accusation that the United players gave up, because I don't agree with it at all. They were clearly second best. And this is where, and if you can defend it, 03717 223344, and this is where the point, that I think the most important point of this game is, I think there's almost a reluctance to praise Pep Guardiola and Man City because they've won 3 titles in 4 years. They're on course. Liverpool are giving it a right good go, but they're on course for 4 in 5 years. And people love to see those successful sides fail. So it's almost like they don't want to say, oh, Grealish actually played really well, or Foden, how brilliant was he, or he is doing it without a striker. It's almost like they don't want to give that praise. But Man City were virtually unplayable in the second half. I don't care who they were up against. They were virtually unplayable.
Absolutely unplayable. The stat that came on our screens saying it was 92% in 15 minutes. That's not a team not trying. That's a team that can get nowhere near those players out there. Phil Foden, what he done to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I watched Wan-Bissaka a lot at Crystal Palace. He looks like a bag of nerves now. At Palace, he won Young Player of the Season. Then the year after, he won Player of the Season. I think when he first arrived at Manchester United, he got in Europa League Team of the Season. This isn't a bad player. They're just so nervous. And I think everyone is looking after their own performance. And when your own performance is off par, and everyone's own performance is off par, you are going to struggle. And to come up against a team like Manchester City when you're in a rut like Manchester United are, we had a lot of Manchester United callers, I'm sure we will today. No one expects anything different. Everyone says the club is done. Crookie went on a rant, like he said, doesn't care where they come this season. Doesn't care if they go out of the Champions League. He said, his quote was, the Glazers deserve this. Now, the supporters don't.
Yeah.
The supporters don't deserve this. Maybe the Glazers do deserve this.
He does care. He does care. I mean,
Yeah,
I know he's listening to
does.
this crying right now.